Yo, welcome. Any Takes Podcast, week 3. Yeah, week 3. NFL episode 4. I think. Yeah, because we did a pre-episode. We got a special guest, Ev.
What's
How you
up?
doing? Welcome.
Good. Appreciate the invite.
Of course, we're happy to have you. And as always, you all know I'm joined by Brian, my co-host.
You know what it is. Same story, different day.
For sure. So, as we've kind of always alluded to in these last couple episodes, it's like football edition. Not a lot going on in other sports right now. It's big football season stuff, college and NFL. Big injuries in the NFL. Downfalls of predominant teams out in college. Some teams, dynasties look like they're coming. You know, the ship is coming loose out there in Chiefs Kingdom. So potentially, I'm not saying that's true. I'll never, even though they're rivals of mine. That boy Pat Mahomes is the real deal, man. It's tough to bet against him. But let's kick this off with some college. My Wolverines. I think they're the first game of the day, or one of the first games against Nebraska. Another test, the Big Ten test.
Y'all got the late. Y'all got it. Y'all got the afternoon. Y'all got an afternoon game.
Oh yeah, my bad. ESPN threw it at the top because it's one of my teams. So
yeah, y'all got like the 2:30 game.
So 2:30. So we're gonna take that back. We're gonna go ahead and go with Texas Tech, Utah.
Yeah.
Ev, you're a Texas Tech alumni or just a fan?
No, I'm an alumni. I graduated from there. I was actually there when Mahomes was at Texas Tech, so I got to witness the beginning.
Okay, word. That's what's up. Unfortunately, went to the damn Chiefs. God dang.
I know. It's unfortunate.
So how you feeling? I mean, it is in Utah.
Yeah, it is big deal kickoff, so it'll be it'll be an interesting game. Just kind of going through Twitter, a lot of people have been kind of trash talking back and forth. Of course, Utah coming from the Pac-10, Pac-12, whatever
Pac-12,
yeah, Pac-12.
Pac-12, yeah.
So this will be the first time in a while that they played each other. Both teams really haven't played anybody. Utah's played UCLA, who of course we know what's going on with UCLA. And then they played Cal Poly in Wyoming, and then Tech has played Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Oregon State, and Kent State. So you really haven't played anybody. So this will be the first true test for both teams. I know Tech spent a ton of money in the offseason on NIL, bringing in a bunch of transfers. So that's been like the big hype with Tech right now is can they finally win the Big 12 championship and just put it all together, which we're going to find out this weekend. Like you mentioned, it is a big new kickoff, and I think Utah is favored right now. Last I checked, it was 6.5.
Utah 3.5. Yeah, they got 3.5. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking the plus on that. I think Tech wins. I think they've invested a lot of money into their program, a lot of money on the defensive line, a lot of money on the offense, just all around, just building up the program. I do know Utah's running back that they have this year actually played Tech last year when he was at Washington State, and he ran all over Tech last year. But it is a different roster this year that they have, so I do think it'll be hopefully a competitive game. But the way Tech has been blowing out opponents, hopefully we see the same thing on my end. That's what I'm hoping for. Tech is not really allowed. I don't think they've allowed any points through three quarters in all of their games. Every point that's been scored on them has been in the fourth quarter. So it's just been a great to see so far. But hopefully we can get this done against Utah and keep it moving. But we'll see for sure.
Y'all still got that same quarterback from last year?
Yeah, Morton. So I know in the offseason he had last year he had some shoulder issues, so he had offseason shoulder surgery, and he looks a lot better throwing the deep ball this year, just a lot healthier all over. So I think he's even mentioned he feels better throwing the ball. So it's been working well so far.
Yeah, 70% completion rate, 11 touchdowns to 1 interception. I mean, again, they've played nobodies.
Yeah.
On the Utah side,
he had a good end of the year. I know he had some shoulder injury though, but from even like the end of the year though, he was looking like he looked good as a quarterback. That's why I was like, did he stay or not?
Yeah, he stayed.
Okay.
So this is last year.
You got what is so Dampier is more of a dual threat quarterback out there in Utah. 7 touchdowns, no interceptions, but he leads his team in rushing yards. So you're gonna have a lot of spying going on. I'm actually surprised at 57.5. I mean, any team like Utah, BYU, Minnesota, Iowa, Purdue, Army, to see over 50 points is kind of crazy to me. I
Yeah.
know it's Texas Tech is I think they're a spread offense.
Yeah.
They play a little fast pace, spread the ball around, throw the ball pretty well. So I guess maybe the sports books are kind of factoring that in when it comes to that total. But that's a big total, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like the under on that. Even if
Yeah.
it was like 30 to, we'll say 30, 10, 30, 15 in
Yeah.
favor of Tech. That's still way under 58
Yeah.
points.
Yeah,
I think
facts.
the big thing to look at is like you said, like Utah's going to want to slow the ball down, and Texas is going to want to go as fast as possible. So I don't know
Yeah.
who's going to win. This will be my first time really watching Utah this year. They just, like I said, they haven't played anybody, so they haven't really had to
Yeah,
get some
like
games.
they weren't. I didn't see anything bad wise like from UCLA game that they played. Like they
Mhm.
did, I did see some like good focus points, but like a lot of it was their running back. That running
Yeah,
back is nice.
yeah,
He one of them ones. That's
yeah.
what I took from that is like that. He get out of there. You don't contain him, he get out.
Nah, he gonna
It's
move. Yeah,
he want to go. He want to
yeah.
go. If he get it, he out. And I think they got a solid receiver. Like they had like one solid receiver from what I seen out of that UCLA game.
Hmm.
Defense, they got a couple like key pieces in that linebacker, defensive line. They definitely got some people, but like overall,
Yeah,
I don't think they can match that pace if they get down.
I think we're
yeah.
gonna
I don't
ring
think
the
they can do
imaginary bell on somebody. Speaking of UCLA, the fumble the bag bell. I know I just made it up out of nowhere, but
Hey,
Nico, I ain't even gonna try to pronounce his last name. He fumbled it, but
They
he
have to.
fumbled the bag out of Tennessee. And okay, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm Puerto Rican, so I celebrate all Puerto Ricans in general. And for him to get out of the way out there, Tennessee got that mixed boy who's Puerto Rican and Mexican. So I'm rocking with Tennessee as far as like just as long as they're not playing Michigan, obviously. But I'm cheering them on. I had them last week on the plus side on that spread against Georgia, so I came through on that one. But I don't think anyone's fumbled the bag worse than Nico, man,
So
out
far.
of Tennessee.
yeah, nah, he got that right now. That's we've been said that he got that. Him listening to his dad and being greedy got him in the spot he's in,
Yep.
and that is the worst spot he could have landed. As in, like, bro, you just hurt your draft stock because you was potentially would have been at Tennessee.
Yeah.
You would have been one of those in that conversation of the Lenore Sellers, Mettenberg, all of them, as in at least
That's why I
like
know that.
potentially, yeah, potentially coming out being maybe one of the top four quarterbacks coming out, depending on your year.
Mm-hmm.
Now you messing around and gonna have to stay another year in
I mean, he's only
football.
a sophomore, so he's still got time technically. But after this year, who's going to really look at him?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you got to have a complete 180 with your game.
Yeah.
True, and that's why I said he's gonna have to stay a whole like that whole another year and then put in work. He's not gonna get it at UCLA though. It's not gonna
Nah.
be there. He's gonna have to leave again unless UCLA go gets that bag and can bring in some pieces, which I doubt happening.
Nah.
It's the Big
And
Ten
not the
where
Big Ten either.
it's
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
it's the Big
Yeah.
Ten.
for
We spend
sure.
money. We spend
Yeah.
money in the Big Ten. As you can
Yeah,
see, we spend money.
there's a lot of bread in
Yeah.
absorbing.
We spend money in that Big Ten, so I
Yeah,
don't see
yeah.
it happening. So yeah, it's
And
yeah.
I was gonna
He
say too,
chopped.
because I know they with the firing of the head coach, I know they have the new rule where players can transfer now within
Mhm.
they can immediately transfer. And UCLA hadn't even started classes yet because they're on the quarter system. So you kind
Mm.
of play into the fact that does he even stay at UCLA now, or does he enter the
Right? Does
portal
he
and try to
leave now and go
and try to
sit
go somewhere
somewhere?
else? Yeah,
It's a smart move depending on where he go. I wouldn't blame him, but then again, it's him trying to like he probably ain't trying to go somewhere and then sit potentially. He's probably trying to play the
exactly. Yeah,
year
trying to
out. So
start. Yeah,
I don't see it, but that isn't a bad move if
That's
he decides
interesting
to do it.
for sure. We'll see what he does. I mean, nothing against him. I'm just like you can't. Greed does a
it's
lot of
too
bad
much.
to you. It was come on, bro. You didn't win the SEC. Tennessee is one of those teams where like every decade or so they have these like spurts of years where they're kind of in contention but not truly in contention. When's the last time Tennessee played for a national title? I don't remember. I was
So
neither one of
But
us
y'all
was.
definitely played. You made the playoffs this year. Y'all got smacked, but like at
Yeah,
least y'all made it because y'all haven't been there in a while.
been
So
a
it's like you
while.
gave
Yeah,
hope and you had weapons. Like that
yeah,
Tennessee team that was returning still had weapons on
right.
offense and defense. So it's like you kind of just like yeah.
And I think they have a solid team. I'm look like again they gave Georgia a run for their money. It was a
yeah. That's
3 point
a
game.
good game. Yeah,
was a great game, And the last time they even gave Georgia a run for their money was probably 20 years ago. Probably under Peyton's days, actually, probably maybe longer than that. Unless it was just
Probably
an off
so.
year for Georgia, So where both teams were kind of equally as strong. I feel like Tennessee is one of those teams that should potentially make the playoffs this year, even with that loss. I mean, I think the days of zero loss teams are not going to be a thing. I think it's over now.
It's
There's
hard
going to
to
be a
go
lot of
undefeated. No
there's going to be
lie.
a lot of one loss teams,
Yeah.
whether they're losing the game or did I say that out loud? My bad. Or they're losing conference championships or yeah, my bad. I just
It ain't so bad. Just know. Just know that day's marked. Don't
Oh
worry.
yeah.
Don't worry.
It makes.
Don't worry.
What are you
It's
bringing?
gonna happen.
What are you bringing
It's
for
gonna
food
happen.
this time? What are you doing for food this
It's
time?
gonna happen. Hey,
My drink's gonna be cold around here.
that $20 bet still on the table. Lock it in now. Fuck it. Lock it in now.
What's the for the game or for
Yeah,
the
for the
spread?
game. For the game, and the same that we always do. The game
you
plus the
owe me for
spread.
last year. You owe me for last year, by the way.
Yeah.
You owe me for
Double
last
it.
year, so we double it. Put it back. Yeah. For sure.
We just gonna double it.
21 point favorites and losing at home.
Yeah,
In the
20,
shoe.
you like I said, the 20 on the game, and if that bitch is 21 plus, double it.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. What's the stadium out there in Ohio called again? The Big House South? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Just know, yeah. Just know. Okay. I can't wait.
I can't wait neither. I'm excited. I'm excited for us to be one loss team. We're going to be in the Big House, and Ohio's going to be undefeated again. And they're like, it's going to be a 2-point because
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's going to be a 14 point.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Saying we're gonna be undefeated to that point, I'm not gonna fully really kind of like cap and guarantee that. I'm not gonna cap to that one because
play at the Big House.
We
play
play
Big House this year.
Yeah, because
we alternate.
No, okay.
But
you have Illinois at home, you have Illinois away, and you have Penn State at home.
And that my thing is the Penn State game because of they have. I would say this: they did retool and make sure that they have it. So I think that's probably my biggest concern. Besides, it up to this point, is that Penn State game. Even though we're at home, it's just that team is definitely built. And like I said, that running back duo is pretty good.
To beat you guys.
Yeah, they definitely beat. That's what I was. And that's what you got to remember. They also went and got our defensive coordinator, so he's there.
Yeah.
So you at least had a year, and you know the ins and outs of the defense, who's their weak. So he has that, but also it's just like like I said, that team was built to beat us. Drew Aller's coming off another year. He has more weapons out there, and then like I said, he has 2 running backs he can hand the ball off to. Singleton and the dude behind Singleton is pretty good. And they always, some reason they always have a tight end. What is it like? Them and Iowa will always have a tight end. What is it about them two?
I don't know.
But I mean, them and Iowa always got a tight end. But
let's get into it. One, their pipeline is Pennsylvania. That is probably the 5th best state when it comes to football. Because you got Cali, Texas, Florida. Yeah. That's your big 3.
Georgia.
Georgia.
I would put Louisiana over Georgia, to be honest with you.
I think that's tied. I would either or.
And then Pennsylvania would be your 5th because they put out athletes when it comes to football. They do. For sure. Especially being as small of a state as they are. So that could be why. I mean, I don't listen. Iowa's a different animal. They get them farm boys.
Exactly, but they always randomly. Have you seen in the last like 6 years? What is it? The last 6-7 years, they done put out some good quality tight ends.
Actually, where's Brock Bowers from?
He's Georgia. That was a Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
He's a Georgia boy for real.
I don't know if he's from Georgia.
Well, I know he's from Georgia. Like that's why I want to know if I'm looking up right now. Where is he from? He is from Cali. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's from one of them states.
Yeah, he's from one of them states. He's in that core. But still, like that's why I'm just in general though. I think it's Pennsylvania. This is like they find something, but like Penn State puts together a team that's.
And they
every
always have
couple of years.
A goddamn elite linebacker.
Their defense is
where
their
we have
front
D
seven.
line and corners, they
They
have
got it.
linebackers.
They
I think
have
we
it.
have some of the best this year. We have some of the best linebackers. I could be being biased. I think as
I think
far
it's a
as
little
this
biased,
year,
but like I told you that
I think
y'all
they're
do
up
have
there.
that one. I do told you that one.
Yeah,
But
Raheem is
he's him. He's
yeah,
him.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give you.
So
I said that, but
I can't remember his name ends with an E. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. But he's number 15. He's
yeah.
our second. They're our single callers on defense. But Penn State, for some reason, they have a goddamn elite either edge rusher or linebacker.
And they'll have two of them.
Because Micah was a linebacker too, right? He played
Michael was a
linebacker and
linebacker
edge.
converted to edge. Yep.
Yeah, so they always find a way. And then Abdul Carter is a linebacker.
He was the same thing. They really
To name the most recent of their
they take their
lineage.
athletic linebackers and put them at rusher spot. That's really what they do, and it's been evident. It's worked. But like as I said, I think that team that they made that team, especially this year with adding who they added to try to beat us for sure. So that's why I said I don't see there's a potential. I don't see us being undefeated trying to play that game because of that one. Illinois. It depends because they're looking good. I told you they've started good, but I don't.
Oh yeah,
I just don't see them they're not made ready for us. I don't see that happening. But they'll probably make it a good game for the first half. After that, it's like, hey, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Penn State's the game I was worried about. Even though it's at home, that's the game I'm worried about. That's why I say when we come to that, we probably won't be undefeated. Can we? Yes. Is there a chance though? It's 50-50 because
right.
even last year's game versus Penn State was a back and forth.
Which I don't understand why they build a team to go against another team that doesn't have winning records against everybody in the conference other than USC. Yeah, other than USC. If we weren't 6-4 against USC, I would be able to say there's no team in Big Ten who has a winning percentage than us. We have a winning record against everybody else. Let's just throwing that out there.
Fun fact.
Fun fact for the day. To get into the next game before we get crazy.
To a conference that only talks about two teams. Because talks about two teams. It's only conference that talks about two teams. That's loaded. What are we talking about? You want to talk about how good you are, but they talk about two teams. I don't care if Oregon just joined. We're talking about two teams.
But we have
Oregon is now the third best team.
We have a winning record against Oregon too. Yeah. The only team we don't have a winning record against is USC, which is weird. I think that's
because I barely played them though.
We played them 10 times. Yeah, we're 4-6 against them. I think, or 4-6, something like that.
Yeah. Anyways,
but yeah, I digress.
Anywho,
it's gonna get bad. We've all tell people as it gets closer to the game, it gets worse and worse. It gets worse and worse. It's just like two
phone calls, text messages. It ain't even.
It gets crazy.
It's like I already know why you're calling me. You know what? I'm starting it off right now. Don't even worry about it. You're gonna answer to some bull.
Yeah, it's the greatest rivalry in college football. It's up there in the conversation in sports altogether, but that's tough because Man City, Man United, pretty tough rivalry. Barcelona, Real Madrid, pretty tough rivalry to go against. Duke, North Carolina, basketball wise, is pretty tough. You know, there's some bangers out there.
Yankees, Texas, yeah.
Yankees, Red Sox is up there. It's tough. It's tough up there. I mean, I might be biased to say it's the greatest rivalry in sports, but soccer does like the soccer. I think rivalries are elite.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I even submit to saying the soccer rivalries are better. It's just
they get crazy.
I'll put them two right there, and then us just off of just like it don't make soccer make no sense, boy.
And we're not even talking countries. We haven't gotten to like Argentina Brazil rivalry. We haven't gotten into none of that.
We just talking about actual
just teams,
clubs,
just regular clubs. Oh, it's great. But when you start getting into countries, it gets wild.
It gets even worse.
I digress. We kind of went off track, which is great. It's fine. Let's get into Auburn, Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma. We've given them their flowers a couple weeks ago when they played Michigan. That D line looked really good, which is not normal for Oklahoma. It's going to be their SEC opener, both them and Auburn. 22 versus 11 in Oklahoma. That's one of the toughest places to play in the country. Man, I'm I'm gonna kind of lean Oklahoma here, man. Just because, well, actually,
I'm
one
not
of the D
lie to you.
linemen is going to be suspended for
I'm
a
taking,
half, right? Because he had a targeting call against Temple.
oh, buddy. I think so.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't remember if they did suspend
Yeah,
him
they
for the
did.
half or not.
They did. He's going to be suspended for the half because it happened in the second half of the game. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, then yeah.
So
That's
it's
still
going
a
to be
stop. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you.
tough.
I like the underdog. I like the underdog Auburn in this one.
Okay.
It'll,
It
it'll
is
be an interesting one. Yeah.
it's a touchdown game in favor. It's 6.5 points in favor of Oklahoma. 47.5 total.
I got
We'll
it.
see how loose
If
Nader
Auburn can
gets.
slow them down, I think if Auburn can control the pace of the game, they win this. I think that's all.
Right.
I think that's what matters. I think because Oklahoma still, even though it's SEC, they're still built to play spread, fast paced
Big
Go
offense.
for
slow
yeah.
ball. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
and SEC is really smash mouth, slow it down, let the defense win it. There's only certain teams that play with some pace, but even them, they still play. We're gonna try to run the ball. So I do think if Auburn controls this pace, Auburn wins this game.
Yeah. I do think it'll be an interesting storyline with the quarterbacks of both teams. I know Jackson Arnold came from Oklahoma and went to
Yep.
Auburn, so he has
Hmm.
experience with SEC play, whereas Mateer came from Washington State,
Yep.
and this will be his first time really getting to play SEC team. So that could be something to play in here. And I know Jackson will be motivated just to get back to OU and trying to beat them.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
facts. So that's
I'm
gonna be
hoping for
one
a
of
good
them.
game. It's looked really good. I mean, we got a couple SEC games already early last week. Tennessee, Georgia, which was a great game. That was a fun game to watch. So maybe we'll get more of it. I mean, everyone knows how I feel about the SEC. I
He
hate them.
hates it.
I hate them.
I figured as much.
It's like normally I had nothing against them. It's just that when the commissioner is all crash
Yeah.
and smug and saying nonsense like our worst teams could beat the best teams in other conferences, I'm like, Vanderbilt is
SEC
not
bias,
beating
you know how
Ohio
they
State,
get.
Michigan, Penn State. Like it's not happening. What are you talking about
You know how they get.
here? Shut up. You
Hey, we
guys
said
are
it. Remember, we said it, man. We said it before, and I said
they
it.
are on the coattails
Some of
of
those teams
Saban.
cannot go into Iowa and win. It
No,
is
no,
No.
for sure.
difficult to play
Yeah.
at Iowa.
For sure.
They might look bad on the road, but go play them at home. You get a whole different team, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
try it. I'm
Right.
telling you.
Yeah. So I feel some type of way about the SEC a little bit, but I
Yeah.
mean, again, they're also riding on the coattails of Nick Saban. Let's be honest. I said
Yeah.
in the last episode,
Boy,
if
they
you
was
take
trying to get
away
you flack in the comments about that joint.
which is I'm here for it all because the data shows Nick Saban has seven titles. You take away those 7 titles, the SEC has 3 or 4. The Big Ten had 3. Currently, they have 3. 2 in Ohio State, 1 in Michigan. ACC has 2, and I think
Clemson.
Clemson has 2 of those, right? Florida State?
Yeah.
No, Florida State,
Florida State,
Clemson.
Jameis, and Clemson.
So yeah, and get out of here. Stop
That SEC hype. You could see, you saw it before the season started when they ranked Texas #1. It's like,
And they
why is
don't
Texas
look
one?
good at all. They don't look good at all.
And Eric struggling.
Struggling.
Yes.
Arch Manning out there throwing it like
terrible.
Uncle Rico. Out there. Nothing against Arch.
Look.
I wish him the best, but
Look at
Jesus.
this. Watch this.
Bam! Look at that.
Like, come on, man. Yeah.
All right, what's
listen.
we got Florida, dude. Oh my God! Speaking of SEC, Florida, Miami. If Miami don't blow Florida, actually, was it last year that Miami beat Florida? They beat Florida last year too, right? Am I tripping on that? Because I could have sworn I remember seeing a TikTok where the like they had high school visits, and they were like, "Yeah, you can come to our school. Don't go to this trash ass."
I remember that.
Was that the other way around?
Yeah. No, I think it was that because Miami beat them 41-17.
Yes, and they played in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was in Florida.
Yeah, it was in Florida. So this is kind of a rematch of last year. I don't know if they're going to do this every year because their schools in the same they're in the same state, but.
Well, they used to play each other, I think, a decent amount too, though. But I don't. This might be the same, even though they got Miami favored by basically 7.5. I still think this might be the same. Could Florida bounce back? Cool. Y'all gonna need to, because man, y'all been looking bad for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, y'all looking bad. And this one again, like I still think Miami's full gold. I don't believe in Carson Beck. Like I just don't. Like he's looking healthy and looking like kind of like the quarterback that they was at Georgia and they're thinking that was gonna be a top pick. I just don't believe it. I think I think fall like lawn chairs when it gets closer to the end and then get into the playoffs. I don't
Miami
see it.
crashed USF.
Yeah, they did.
USF has been playing
Yes.
everybody really well. I
Mhm.
mean, they've only played 3 games. They crashed USF.
Exactly.
And we
They
thought that was going to
did
be a
what
game. You know,
exactly
what
the
they
way
were supposed to
USF's
do.
been playing. Yeah,
Yeah, they
with
did
the
what
way
they were
USF's
supposed to
been
do.
playing, you would think that they did, but they did what they were supposed to, which is belt the ass, which is supposed to be where it's supposed to be.
No, that was Buckle. Shout out Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
Shout out, bud. Actually, I kind of want to get into boxing a little bit. Go ahead, though. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, look, this one's gonna be interesting because I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch. I watched the SEC documentary on Netflix from last season, and like the Florida fans were ready to fire Billy Napier last year, and so now you started 1 and 2.
Oh, he's getting fired.
Yeah, he already headed down that road this year, like a mid-season firing at this rate. Because I see Miami winning this game. The way DJ Lightweight 5 picks last. Like, I don't know what's up with DJ. Like he's this generational talent coming into Florida, and then
he had a good end of the year, and now he's starting the year off bad. And they definitely had high hopes for him. I even had high hopes for him. I thought he was gonna have a good year this year with and that. Hey man, I hope the best for him. Like I hope the rest of the season he turns it around. Maybe this the game he turns it around. But if he don't, boy, coach getting fired.
Yeah,
DJ might get sat down at some point. Who knows? He might hop in the portal. Who knows that too? Shit, the way he playing.
Yeah. Shout out Willis, Texas.
Yeah, man, he might want to go back to Texas because this ain't it. Florida ain't it.
Clearly not. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he's Florida wild now. Florida wild. But
hey, I told you though last week though. I called it. I said A&M was gonna win that game versus Notre Dame, but folks thought I was playing. Told you, said it. I said A&M can mess around and win this game. Don't sleep on them. Them boys got a team. I said it, and
that was another good game too. 41-40.
Yeah, the game was good, but like,
what's up with these high ranked games going crazy? I mean, 80 points. How often are we seeing that?
It's early. It's early.
It's early. Teams are still getting in shape, figuring stuff out. But like, I called that when I told you, boy. And then I told you I watched A&M last year, but even some of the offseason moves they made in transfer portal and all that stuff. But I knew like Marcel Reese is a good quarterback. They put them weapons around him. He got weapons to move. Like,
yeah.
Now can they keep that up? We gonna see. I called that one.
Yeah, because they're gonna get into Big Ten play or not Big
Ten,
SEC play soon.
Oh yeah, it's starting. So we gonna see.
I mean, they play Auburn first, and then they kind of got cakewalks with Mississippi State and Florida. Arkansas is not going to be a necessary pushover.
I was gonna say Arkansas ain't no pushover. Taylor Green doing his thing.
Yeah, and then you got LSU, Missouri, South Carolina. I don't know.
What's his face is hurt right now. Sellers
hurt. Okay. I was going to say, I was like, they got a loss.
Yeah, because he got hurt in that game, and then they just couldn't hold. They couldn't put it together to win. Yeah, but he got hurt. So I can't remember how long he's going to be out. I know it's at least I think like 2 weeks maybe.
SC State, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was his last game that he got hurt.
Yeah, it was just his last game.
The Vanderbilt game, then okay.
Yeah, he just got hurt in the Vanderbilt game.
Belt the ass on that one. Jesus, 31-7.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
After he went out, it went downhill. Yeah, it was downhill.
They offense. Diego, they quarterback. He don't play.
He was not ready. That boy was too risky. Kid. I just was partying the night before.
Hey, look,
I'm on a hangover.
that boy ran out there with the no helmet. I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I'm ready to go. Oh wait, my bad.
He's about to get to it, huh? I hear Crip gang man.
Still had the headset on running out there like, hey, wait a minute. Nope, I'm not talking to the coach to the headset no more. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't.
Ain't no got a bad schedule. That's not bad.
Yeah, they don't got a bad schedule at all. But that's why I said they gonna be. It's just them games, and I think they do got the matchup. I believe with Texas too, and all that sort of big. But
they don't really get to the strength of their schedule until the LSU game, which is.
But that's like I said. Don't sleep. That Auburn game probably is gonna be it. it depends on what it is. The Auburn game is still gonna be going. That Arkansas game is not. That's still gonna be a tough
So
outing,
tough.
man.
Yeah, they got to go to
Taylor
Arkansas too.
Green been as quarterback's been looking good with that offense, especially their last game that they was
Yeah.
playing. That was a shootout. They was going back and forth, score for score,
Yep.
and so like they ain't got. It's a cakewalk, but it ain't a cakewalk too. At least for like a
I
couple
mean, they played
games.
Ole Miss. I mean, those are two high-powered teams
Yeah.
for
Oh
sure.
yeah,
That's a high-powered team.
Ole Miss, and it was getting at it too. That was like, yeah. So like, that's one of them things where it's like, hey,
Damn, Notre Dame
ain't
was playing everybody this year. I never looked at their schedule.
Their schedule
Yeah.
always
yeah,
is. They need
they
to.
they
They
have to. You got to remember because they ain't in no
they
conference, so
bullshit.
they
It's no
playing
conference
a
championship.
yeah. They got to play a lot of people to
Yeah.
stay afloat, but they taking the wrong L's.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because
So
Miami, Texas, Purdue next, Arkansas, Boise State was supposed to be ranked, but they got beat by USF. USC, we'll see if they stay ranked because they're 25, and then you got
I don't think that lasts long.
no, yeah.
Even though they do got a top 5 wide
And they
receiver in the
might fuck
country.
around and lose the sack to Syracuse. Syracuse got a hell of a coach, man. He don't play about them kids, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
Syracuse
Stanford should
got.
be.
I mean, I know his ACC team is not a predominant football school, but they got a hell of a coach out there. That, like, I'm all for coaches building men. That's what we're doing. Like the NIL stuff, I get it. I'm not against kids being paid for their talents, especially when we're talking about. Again, I'll just lean on Michigan. We got to find the $25 million, which is literally 25 cents to us. We make $13.3 billion in revenue every year. That's nothing. 25 million is nothing. That wasn't even a slap on the wrist of a punishment. So imagine if a school like Michigan, what these other schools are pulling in, they got to be pulling something close to that. Maybe not a 13.3, but somewhere in the billions. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so these kids do deserve to be paid. Rightfully so. It's a business. And but I like seeing coaches like the coach out in Northern Illinois. I can't remember his name. Black gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about. I don't remember his name. I know you're talking about though.
But him, coaches like him, coaches like Matt Rule out in Nebraska, and this gentleman, I don't know his name, but the gentleman in Syracuse, man, he
shout out
made
Matt
them
Rule.
boys run. He was like, I know we won the game, but y'all running. And he was like, I don't like the way that y'all carried yourself at the end of that game. Like, no, we don't do that. We're not
shout out to
doing
Matt Rule, man. He got dead wrong, but shout out to Matt Rule.
that. Yeah, I forgot he was the coach of the Panthers at one point in time.
He got dead wrong. Shout out to my boy.
For sure. And I kind of alluded to. I want to talk boxing. Man, did you guys see the Canelo? I think PPV is done. I think it's done, man.
It had no issues on the stream. Everything was good. Like,
bro, that was crazy. And then they put a banger of a fight together. Again, listen, man.
I think they learned their lesson though from the previous times that they've been trying to do stuff, and I think they finally found it. Yeah, I think they finally found what they needed.
They have the service for it. It's what it was.
Simple stuff.
Being a person that works at Tex, I know exactly what it was. They didn't have the service.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah. That's what I said. But trial and error, they were trying to figure it out, and I think they got it now. It's done, done.
But you know, Brian knows this. Puerto Ricans, blacks, Americans, and then everybody else. And Americans have a caveat because if you're a racist motherfucker, I ain't finna cheer for you. But I'm home team. I'm an American-born guy. I'm American born and raised. This is the greatest country in the world, in my opinion, because this is all I know. Even though I've been out of the country, I'm very cultured. But when I'm playing for the whole team around this motherfucker, so yeah, Puerto Ricans, other than Floyd gets to put up there with everybody else. So Floyd Mayweather, Puerto Ricans, Black Americans, no racists, and then everybody else. That's my cheering priority. So obviously, I had in any fight, anything. That's my priority. So I obviously had Terrence Crawford in that fight. Howard, where the fuck did Terrence Howard come from? That's
Skinny
crazy.
Man. Look at that.
Hey man.
Skinny Man.
He did whoop that trick though. And did you guys see the scorecards?
Mm-hmm.
2 judges had that as one round. I'm like, what fight were y'all watching? And for these people,
don't see that either. There was maybe a couple around that Canelo started to do something, but overall, that fight was all controlled by Bud.
That was a 5-round minimal fight to me. Like,
yeah, I said at least even me and Curdy is maybe 4. Maybe.
And that's a big ask.
Yeah.
In
That's
my
what I'm
opinion,
saying.
watching that fight.
Maybe.
But
Because them first 6-7 rounds, Bud just was
No,
whooping
he
it
was
and
going
taking
at it.
control. He took control of the fight
the
after
fight
during
from
the first 4 rounds.
yeah.
Them first 4 rounds, you could say this is Bud's fight, not yours. You didn't set
Yeah.
no
But
pace.
that's
You didn't.
normal for him.
Oh yeah.
Actually, it's normal for those guys. Like Floyd Mayweather used to give up the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lock in at the
Then
second.
lock in. Like he'd figure out
Yeah.
what you're trying to do, and then. But I still obviously, because I consider Floyd 2 guys. There's Pretty Boy Floyd and there's Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
Pretty
There's
Boy Floyd
before he broke his
broke
hand.
his hand.
Yeah.
Like Floyd Mayweather had a 90% knockout rate, and he was fighting everybody. He was fighting everybody. Where your hometown, Arturo Gatti, he demolished Arturo Gatti for 12 rounds in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And just walked people down. Like, and then he understood. I keep breaking my hand, and that's my power
They forget.
hand.
People
Whole nother
forget.
fighter.
Yeah.
Whole nother
And you
fighter.
don't want.
People forget that. But I do not like this narrative that I keep seeing on he was running.
Oh yeah.
He was first off, I've been in plenty of fights in my life. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't like being hit. I don't care how good of a fighter. I don't like being hit.
They want you up close.
So if you want to see motherfuckers just brawling, you get your ass in that ring with Canelo Alvarez, who's 15 pounds heavier than you, and you stand in front of him, and let's see how long you
And
stand in front of him.
slugfest. Like,
And slugfest. First and foremost. But I know what a runner looks like. Shakur Stevenson, prior to his last 2 fights, I gotta give him credit. Other than his last 2 fights, that boy was always on his bike. He never wanted to engage. He's that good. I mean, it hurts my heart that he's Puerto Rican, man. Because I'm like, I don't want to cheer for you because you make me angry. But I gotta credit his last 2 fights were stellar. He showed that he's one of those guys that are super talented, and he could stand in the pocket and exchange with people and avoid punches. But that's what running looks like. What Bud was doing was he was calculating what he was doing and getting back in the pocket and exchanging.
Get out, get in, get out.
The
That's what
science
he's
of
doing.
boxing is to get hit without being hit. That's the science of boxing. Anybody, Bud said it because some guys from wherever the fuck they was from, they wasn't from here. They was somewhere in Europe. They was like saying you were running and whatever. He was like, anybody can fight, but not too many people can box. That's a bar.
Yeah.
Not everyone can box.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts.
And Bud is one of those guys who, like, I mean, look what he did to Earl Spitzer. Like, he was something more than Earl Spitzer, and Earl Spitzer was his best competition. And Bud said it best with Canelo. You ain't fought nobody. What do you mean? So when I beat you, you're gonna be a nobody now. And that's kind of what it's looking like. I'm not saying that they're gonna say Canelo, he's a Mexican fighter. You know how they are with them.
Yeah,
they put them on a big old pedestal, and some of them rightfully so. Like that's, I'm not sure, throwing no shade. Some of them rightfully so, and Canelo is one of those guys that deserves to be on that pedestal.
He deserves to do.
Yeah,
he deserves to do.
Is this dude for sure? Because he fought. I mean, he fought everybody too. He fought Floyd way early.
He's putting his work, and he's fought a lot of names, and like either early on, but he didn't duck no of those challenges when he was presented.
But people were and are literally avoiding Terrence Crawford. They've been avoiding him because he just demolishes people, and he gets better as the fight goes on. Which when you're one of them ones, you get better as the fight goes on.
You get stronger.
You get stronger. You figure it out. You start taking less punches. You start delivering more punches. Whatever. You take over the fight. But I hate this narrative. Them talk about he was running. Like I don't know what you. First of all, either you don't know what boxing is, or you really ain't never been punched in your mouth.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the taste of my own blood. Like I'll get busy with you, but if I can hit you 3, 4, 5 times before you can even get a punch off, I'm getting out the way. And I ain't no big guy, you know what I'm saying? But woo 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 woo, ming mop move mop mop, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Running is running, and Terrence was definitely not running. It was calculated, calculated exchanges, and there was times where he literally was in the pocket in the middle of the ring. And Canelo could do nothing with him. He was barely
Yeah.
even landing some of his body shots. Like he was blocking, but it was crazy. What a good
Facts.
fight! Shout out to Terrence Crawford. But for Canelo to say he's better than Floyd is crazy to me. Crazy.
I ain't even want to reach to that subject. That's you.
Crazy. There's two fighters I put above Floyd Mayweather, and this is even Pretty Boy Floyd. There's two fighters, and both of them got sugar in their name. Robinson and Leonard. That's it. Those are the two fighters I put over Floyd Mayweather in any era. You put them in any era, and those two guys run through divisions. Robinson boxed way too long. He put too much money into people who wasn't being an asset. They were nothing but liabilities. So his record is crazy. And also you got to mention the fact that he fought in an era where segregation existed. So if you were fighting white fighters and you were going to a decision, there's a chance that you're going to lose. So he had to put people out.
I
And
had
some
to
of
win
his
by
losses,
knockout, no questions.
some of his losses are some bullshit to racism. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
And then Leonard prototyped the shoulder roll, but he said it himself. I might have developed and prototyped the shoulder roll, but there's no one, and I repeat, there's no one that's perfected it like Floyd Mayweather has done.
That's
and
the
he
point.
thinks that there was no one else that will be able to do it again.
I don't think anybody's perfecting that. I don't see it. I think Floyd got that. He, like he said,
when you're raised by two
perfected it down the
fighters,
T.
when you're raised by two fighters, because Roger is out of Leonard's camp.
Yep.
And let's be real. First off, I repeat of Roger Mayweather, he was the better of compared to Senior. He was the better manager and the better fighter, for sure. So there's not a lot of guys. Again, if Terrence maybe had that lineage and had that uncle like that and a dad like that, Terrence probably could potentially be better than Floyd. But there's no one that not only came in with a dad and an uncle like influences of that magnitude,
yep,
and still was way better than both of them.
Thanks.
I mean, look at Ebanks Jr. Like he's not as close, or Chris Ebanks. He's not close to what his dad was. He's good, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Yeah. So,
Thanks.
But yeah, I had to go off a little bit on boxing because I just like, and they only seem to do it not to necessarily. I mean, we're all black men here. They only seem to do it to black fighters. They don't never talk about it with the Mexican fighters. They never talk about it with white fighters or any other fighters. And let's be honest, there's a guy I seen. I think I shared it to you, cuz. But there's a white man, and he said, "Look, I've done the research, and I started looking at it myself. There's no fighting demographic or style that has developed and put more champions in boxing than any other style, and that is the black fighter. Black fighters have more champions than everybody else. They produce more fighters than everybody else. America as a whole has more titles than any other country. But when you break it down by demographic and the things that they talk about the Puerto Rican fighters, they talk about the Cubans who can't win shit. They're really good in the and no, that's not a shot at Cubans. I'm just being fair here. They're really good in the amateurs, really good in the amateurs. But as soon as they start getting into championship fights, they have a huge losing record. White Americans obviously don't produce as many champions anymore now that the sport is definitely integrated. After Joe Jackson. No, not Joe Jackson. Is it Joe Jackson? Who's the first black champion? He's a Stark Boys out. It's Joe? Is it Joe Jackson? John Jackson? Now we gotta look it up. Sorry.
It's Jack Johnson.
I
think that's where he was looking for. When you was like Joe, I was
Jack Johnson started
with
Jack Johnson. All the white fighters were avoiding. That's actually whom, fun fact, that's who Muhammad Ali looked up to. By the way, I don't know if y'all knew that or not. But he's the first African American. I hate saying the word African American because I'm not from Africa. None of y'all from Africa. We were all born in the States, so I just say black. He's the first black American champion ever, and he was on those snow bunnies. Like white on rice. He was on. They hated that motherfucker. They hated that one. They was after that man. But I apologize. But yeah, no, Mexican fighters haven't produced as many champions, and we're not even gonna go get over the pond and talk about the Europeans. Like they haven't been prominent in the sport for a long time. Regardless of what country you want to go into
Yeah.
out there, whether it's Western Europe or Eastern Europe, it's not close. It's not close.
Remember, the
The amount
numbers
of
say it
champions,
best.
Yeah.
for sure. So, but yeah, we'll skip it. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get back into football. I had to go on a tangent there because I'm just not going to stand for no disrespect against one of those guys who will go down as one of the greatest fighters ever in Terrence Bud Crawford. Like, there's no avoiding it. He's one of them ones. He's been one of them ones. Real boxing fans know it.
Yeah, he's shown it. It's there, and there's
Everybody
everybody
that they
ducking
put in
him.
front of him that was supposed to beat him, he's walked through. He's walked through. Earl Spencer
And
was supposed to give
he
him his
hasn't ducked
worst
any
fight.
challenge.
He's
That's the
inducted
thing.
a
He hasn't
challenge.
ducked a challenge.
Canelo's the biggest guy. And then let's get sorry. I know I said I was going to get into it. Not only did he go in weight class, he never asked for a rehydration clause. He didn't fight at a catch weight. He fought at the weight that Canelo's been running through people with. You got to respect that. There's not even Tank Davis is doing as great as he is. He's doing hydration clauses.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how great are you? Because it's not a street fight. Like anybody can win a street fight.
Yeah.
When you're talking about rules and gloves, the bigger fighter does usually win. And I didn't think Terrence was going to knock him out, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
Yeah.
He was putting hands on that boy. But I digress.
Showcase.
All right, let's get back into football here. I think we talked about all the college games.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get into the
NFL.
NFL.
I will say real quick.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
The NCAA just eliminated the spring transfer window for football.
Yep.
So
they made it to like the one window.
Yeah, it's the one window now.
The one window, yeah.
Into what is that? The off season is the window now.
They'll normally do it. Yeah.
So that means the spring was during the playoff time, right? The bowl time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was always
you
the
can
big
dip
thing.
out.
Yeah, because that happened with Penn State. Like the quarterback, the backup quarterback, like he wanted to be around.
We had it too during the run. We had a running back transfer the game before Oregon.
Yep.
Oh, yep. See, yeah. So I think that's a good thing. It should have always been that way anyway. I don't understand why you would want to transferring in the middle of the season still with bowl games, with playoff games going on. It's tough for these teams. I mean, you know what you have at the end of the season, especially if you're playing in the playoffs. You know there's a guy in front of you that's gonna, he's a sophomore and he's already playing in the playoffs. Barring injury, you're probably not going to start.
Yeah.
And you guys are both sophomores, so unless you got redshirted, which no one really wants to be redshirted,
or you work your tail off in the off season, come in the spring, and then you win it. But
but how many coaches is like that though? Like how many coaches? They go with the guy that they wanted with. Like you get if you win a national title, the chances of you coming in and proving yourself and beating the guy for a job, taking a spot is
rare.
It's rare. It would have to be a complete downfall of that player for you to get that spot. In a rising, you know what I'm saying? So I agree in a sense, but it's still a rarity. Coaches are always going to go with the guy that they're more familiar with and comfortable with.
That's facts.
Even when it's not the right choice. We've seen that a lot. We've seen and shit with players like, again, throwing out Michigan, $12.5 million. There's no one starting over Bryce Underwood unless he's just trash.
Yeah.
For $12.5 million, it happens in the pros. It's gonna happen here. That's kind of gonna be the give and take that you have to have when money's getting involved. Who's making more money is probably gonna play, but we know how quickly that could turn. I mean, there's boosters everywhere. They could turn it around and be like, nah, But I think they should be. I agree with Dion. Like, I think they should have contracts. It shouldn't be no clauses like you can't transfer after. You have to be here 2 years. Nothing like that. I think that's not okay. Because coaches can leave whenever.
Yeah.
Coaches can go. They can have a great year, and if a better program comes up, they're gonna go.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're gonna go for less money. We've seen it. We've seen it. So, and then you got coaches that shouldn't be there, but they got a $60 million buyout.
Buyout, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So there's you know, there's a balance to it, checks and balances, but I do think they should be considered staff in a sense of the college. They should have a contract so that way their money is essentially quote unquote guaranteed. And they can learn early, especially these guys who are going to go to the next level. They can learn a little earlier, and it will help them understanding business and that it isn't personal. Like, because some people make it personal. I mean, look at Micah, look at Jerry Jones. I mean, the worst GM in NFL history.
It's Jerry. Everybody
Jerry.
knows it is not. It is very personal. It is Jerry, and he makes it personal.
Yeah.
For sure. So, but it's also a business. I mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar business, and they're kids still. I've said it a long time. You're not really an adult until you're 25.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what it's like to be an adult. I know you're doing grown people stuff. You're paying bills and going to work and doing your laundry and all that good stuff that comes with being an adult. But you don't really know how the world works until you're 25 in the 30s when you really figure it out. And that's coming from a guy who's 34. I've heard my parents say it. I've heard my elders say it. It's the truth. It's the truth. And look at us. I wanted to be grown so bad. If I could go back, no bills. If I go back tomorrow.
Bro.
Chores, shit.
See, what?
So
I'm using both to back to that life.
Have to deal with people you don't like. At least I liked my parents and my siblings, even though I had to beat them up all the goddamn time. My siblings, that is.
Thanks.
But
bro.
you know what I'm saying? Gee. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into NFL. I appreciate the breaking news there. And,
all these injuries.
Injuries.
Shout out Big Toe Joe. Big Toe.
Yeah.
Big Toe Joe Burrow.
Right, man. Joe Burrow, turf toe, gonna be out 3 months. JJ McCarthy for the Vikings gonna be out a couple weeks. It looks like.
Yeah.
With an high ankle sprain. Justin Fields, who has actually been playing really well. Concussion, so he'll be in concussion protocol. You did call it. I mean, I felt they would be. I had the Steelers. I called the Jets beating the Steelers. Unfortunately, they lost that game. But
unfortunately,
play well. So I think that's it for the major injuries as far as quarterback.
Besides Purdy being probably out.
Oh yeah,
at least one more week.
Purdy's gonna be out one more week for sure. I think they announced it already. So
yeah.
Let's get into it, man. We got Dolphins Bills Thursday night, first game of the week. That should be a blowout.
Free Tyree.
Free Tyree. I call. I think I'm gonna upgrade mine to week 5.
Because you did say that. Because I think originally I told you week 9, week 8, week 9, right before trade deadline, he gets out of there. I ain't gonna lie, he might be out of there before then. I ain't gonna lie. To where, I don't know. But he's out of there. He's definitely out of there, bro.
Tua, I don't know what's wrong. Well,
I've told you.
I do know what's wrong with Tua. He's trash. I said he was trash from the beginning. People who talk all that crap, especially at ESPN, Mike McDaniels. Brian Flores deserves the flower. He deserves an apology, a written apology, and a public apology because he was right. He was right. At the end of this season, the way it's looking, Mike McDaniels will have a worse record with Tua than Brian Flores did.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same. I called it last year. It was the same. When Tua's healthy, Brian Flores had a great season, 11 wins, 5 losses. By the time he got fired, they went to one more game. And Mike McDaniels had one good season with Tua, and that was the season that he was healthy.
Yep.
But that's the thing, is Tua can't stay healthy.
Yeah. How long he gonna be good?
He's not. It's crazy, man.
Told you who they need to start. I told you who they need to start, man.
They throw that boy Zach Wilson out there.
Put Zach Wilson in, man. I'm telling you. Hey, they might. I'm telling you, Zach Wilson might change the dynamic for them right now. Like, because what you getting out of Tua is not it, big. Like,
no,
you need to make a change. Zach Wilson needed fresh air. He was a high pick that came in too early. Like, at least
And he
mentally
went to the
prepared and get
and he
into
went
the
to the
game and went to
Jets.
the Jets. You went to you went to a team that wasn't going to develop you anyways. But like
Uh,
still, it he's been away from there, removed, need that fresh air, and got some tutelage. And it looks like what I'm saying. Let's see, has it
Look
helped
at
him
Sam
like some of
Darnold.
these?
Same
We
thing.
can't
Look
even
at Sam
say we're not
Darnold.
even gonna say Sam Darnold. That's a lot of them. Look at some of the ones that have went high, went somewhere else after
Yeah,
going somewhere. Shit, Daniel fucking Jones right now
Yeah,
is
and yeah,
making
yeah,
it
but he's
like
balling. He's
prime
balling.
he
example.
Prime example. Yeah,
he's
for sure.
doing good. Sam Darnold, yes, because we definitely had Sam, and then when Sam left, he went and did some. He went and go crazy.
Yeah, he went crazy.
And we could
14
throw
win season.
look, we could throw Baker in there. Baker really ain't
Baker
had that.
too, yeah,
Baller.
yeah,
Baker really ain't. Baker hasn't had that stability, but even though he done went to multiple places, balled out, and they still did it. He finally has found a
He
home
found
in
the home.
Tampa Bay,
Yep.
and he's going crazy. And
Geno
and
Smith.
remember, I said
Geno
that before.
Smith,
Geno
another
Smith, yeah,
Jets
Geno Smith
guy.
too, yeah.
Gino definitely, but Gino
I
didn't
mean,
have
he's
no bad.
playing.
He didn't have really bad years with like the
Yeah,
Jets. It was just one of them things where it's just like they just couldn't put it together. Gino
yeah.
really wasn't doing
It's the
that. It
Jets.
just it's the Jets.
It's the
Steady
Jets.
up and
They
down.
ain't been. Hey, look,
It's
they
the
ain't been the same
Jets.
since the butt fumble.
No,
Like,
Mark
come on, bro.
Damn.
They ain't been
It's
the same
true.
since
It's
the
true
butt
though.
fumble. Gee,
It's
like,
true.
can we be real? They've
I
had
mean, but they've
others.
always been the Jets. Let's be honest here.
I'm
They're
not playing.
still
They're defensive made. They've never been offensively made. They've been defensively made, but like they ain't really been the same offensive since the butt fumble.
yeah.
Like this
Called it
is
out. They're still the fifth. They have the fifth most division titles, and the Colts haven't been in a division for 20 years because the Colts still have more division titles than them.
yes,
That's how bad
it's
the Jets
crazy.
are.
it's great.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're bad.
Hmm.
But yeah. So no. There's several quarters. I mean, Geno's not looking great this year, but I think I'm going to say it right now, and I was kind of, like pump the brakes a little bit. But them Chargers looking real good right now.
Hey.
Dog. Them Chargers
I
looking
told
great.
you that
Them
though.
They do.
I
They
told
do.
you. I told you y'all have something right now. I told you week one when y'all played the Chiefs, like
That
y'all
defense
played
is
a.
locked in.
I
Man.
gave that to you. I told you y'all look very good overall, as like you
Yeah,
said. But look, there was that point, man. I don't know if you seen it. There was making that point of being under your head coach when it comes to his
Harbaugh,
second
yeah.
year. When it comes to
Yep.
Harbaugh and being that second
Yep.
year, and they start looking at how that first
Mm-hmm.
year it's okay,
Yep.
but then that second year they take off. And what happened? They're not saying it's been Super Bowl, but like he done something
Oh
with him. You
yeah.
go look at that
yeah.
with Kaepernick and them, and then you're looking at it's it's early, but y'all.
I mean, he came back into
Pass
the
game is
league.
working.
Yeah, he came back into the league. Harbaugh, that
Hey,
is,
hey, Herbo
as the highest winning percentage coach, and he was in the NCAA for
Herbo
4 or
starting to
5
look like
years.
that guy. He's
But
starting to look like what would you think?
he's got
He's got it.
that. Quinton Johnston's looking
Yeah,
really
he's way
good right
better, yeah.
now. He's
I
looking
told
like
you,
he's
fool's
looking
goal.
good.
I told you, I asked you, was it fool's goal yet? I told you.
I need one more week, and he's looking
I told
good,
you.
man.
This is,
I said I need one more week, man. But
I told you he looked better. I just didn't know if it was full goal or not.
yeah, the
Uh,
Chargers. I mean, we lost Khalil Mack right now. He's on IR, elbow injury that happened in like the second quarter of the game. Kind of like a freak accident where he's going for a
I
tackle and one of his guys landed
think
on him.
y'all got a matchup though against Denver. It's
Yeah.
now. I think it's gonna be who's offense because, like you said, Denver do got a good defense. That defense is
Yeah.
I mean, they got the best corner in football. PS2 is like that.
facts exactly.
PS2 stacks. I mean, he's not better than Deion Sanders, but he stacks up with a
Yes.
lot of. I mean, you want to get into it because I mean we're here, right? Let's go. You want to talk about corners? Because I know you sent me something earlier.
We already went there, and look, nigga try to give me flack about what I said, but I was on. I stood on what I said.
I obviously have Deion number one all time.
We doing all time. Okay, let's go.
Deion Sanders
you
number one.
done brought the door. Okay, yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. I think across the board, I'm not disagreeing with that.
I have Revis number two.
Okay.
Look at the data's there.
I'm not.
Brandon Marshall, Randy Moss.
That year
was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that year was ridiculous. Not gonna lie.
Okay, then I got PS2 3.
Okay.
Charles Woodson 4.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it gets spicy. This is where it might get spicy here. Because I don't know if I want to go champ or if I want to go. I don't. Asante's in the top 10. So I
Asante's
want to
top
go
10 if you
Atil
want to talk about
Khalib. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know if I want to go.
I got three before
Because he's one
Talib to be in that 5. Talib can be talked about as a top 10, but I'm
because
not. There's top
okay.
5. I'm not going because there's two names. There's two names. There's another name you're missing right now that I can say that a lot of people don't give credit to how he's supposed to.
So
But
Richard Sherman could be up in there too.
Richard Sherman could be up
that's why I
there.
said you're missing Sherman. There's one more, and his last name is that his last name also Woodson,
I got
motherfucking
Charles
Rod
already.
Woodson.
That's tough.
Rod
5 is
Woodson.
so tough for
That's
me
why I said it.
because
I would put Champ there. Me personally, I'm putting Champ there. I'm
I
putting Champ
might
there.
I might actually go Richard Sherman because if he was allowed to play man, the guy in that video said it too. If he was allowed to play
Yeah, we
man
don't we
more,
don't
he was
you don't
such a
know how.
big.
Yeah,
I think he was athletic enough to do it.
the
So I'm
catalog,
gonna go Richard
his
Sherman.
catalog isn't a. We
But
don't
then,
see it. We
well,
never
then
seen a lot of Sherman
we're
and
also
man,
forgetting
but like
some oh boy that played for the Raiders, Namid,
Nambi,
That's
Nambi,
not the
Namdi,
Nambi
Osborne.
yeah.
Osmar. Nambi
He's
is up there
also
too,
in
but
that
he's in
number,
that
that
echelon.
five
But
spot
yeah,
somewhere. But I'm gonna
but
go. I'm
I'm
gonna
going
give the
Champ.
nod to Richard Sherman
I'm
over
going
Champ
Champ.
Bailey.
I got Champ, and then I would follow up with Richard. But like my first 4, I don't disagree. Like it's Dion, Revis, PS2s right there. After that, you're just
Yeah,
like
Even this
I
soon in his
I would
career, PS2
even
is
if
that
that
good.
I probably
yeah.
in my opinion though I would actually I would switch Champ and Charles Woodson. I would put Woodson at 5 and Champ at 4. I ain't gonna lie, Champ was just one of them. Champ. I'd put Champ at 4 and Charles at 5. As much respect to Charles, I like Champ was Champ.
The reason I know that Champ was in the league with Randy Moss, but he didn't have to play Randy Moss twice a year. He wasn't drafted to literally to defend Randy Moss. So that's why
Yeah,
Charles Woodson gets the nod for me.
that's for you. I'm just saying is you also
Yeah,
like Champs
yeah.
there. You gotta also remember. You gotta also
And
remember
he's
Champ
also a
did.
Michigan guy. So I'm a
You gotta
little,
also remember
It's a little
Champ.
biased.
You gotta remember. I believe that. You gotta remember. I believe that's. I think Champ was still in the league when Randy was in the Raiders uniform, my boy.
no. He definitely was in the league, and that's what I'm saying. Like
And there's some
but he's
other. You
also
gotta remember. There is some other
AFC.
headhunters over there that he ran against too in his time at corner. I'm just saying this. I prefer Champ over Charles. That's
But
why I
this,
say Champ 4, Charles 5.
but let me remind you though, Megatron came in that same time span too. Not like right away, So Charles
Yeah,
Woodson had
but
to
that was
deal
an
with Megatron
anomaly.
twice
But
a year
I'm
and Randy
yeah.
Moss twice a
So
year.
okay.
Champ didn't have to do that. Champ, he had some killers over there dealing with
I
it.
do we gotta do
He
some
has some
research because you also said your Chargers was there and he dealt with some over there. They also dealt with some demons
not a
too.
receiver a receiver for Chargers. No, not that time span. That was
So
LT and Antonio Gates' era.
he didn't
Wait,
line up with Vincent Jackson during
do
that
you
span where Vincent Jackson was going.
you putting Vincent Jackson
No,
with
I'm just saying.
Megatron
Did you
in the
say you
same?
were saying like top right? There was a stretch where y'all was considering Vincent Jackson one of them ones at receiver. I'm just saying. Y'all was
In
over there
that
talking about.
era, maybe, but Vincent Jackson is not a guy that you have in your top 20 receivers.
Hell no.
Okay, then there's no conversation. Megatron and Randy Moss are literally Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. Megatron's got to be in the top 5. I just mentioned 2 guys that are in the top 5
Yeah, but you
that Charles
acting
Woodson had to
like
deal
this
with
man
twice a
isn't
year.
one. Okay,
But he's
you
one of them
still
ones.
trying to
No.
do.
Champ is one
Yeah,
of them.
I'm just saying that's
Don't get
your
it
opinion on
twisted.
why you're there. I'm just
Don't
saying
get it
as
twisted.
overall, I'm definitely.
Champ is one of them ones. There's a reason I mentioned him as one of my top. Like he's in that 5, or he's in that conversation top 5. Man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You can say that, but I'm just saying I agree with you on that. But I'm still taking Champ. This is my opinion. I'm just taking
That's
Champ
your take.
before
What you got, Ed?
Charles.
What's your take, man?
Man, it's tough. I know we're between Richard and Champ. I agree with the first 4 for sure. But I'm inclined to go Champ over Richard. That's just my personal take right now.
Yeah. I mean, Champ played in a different era. They were able to put a little more hands on guys.
Yeah, Zaylen. Yeah.
And he's a solid gentleman, size wise. So I gotta watch it with this dude. He'll pause me real quick.
Hey man, look, you go crazy, man, because that last stuff you said last week was out of
We're not
pocket,
gonna get back
boy.
we're not getting into it. We're not
Hey,
getting into it.
yo.
But yeah, it makes for good conversation. I mean, corners, man, it's that first four, in my opinion, are pretty easy to do. I mean, it's kind of similar with receivers. That first four is real. It's super. I mean, like I said, I mentioned them right away. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss is my 2. Megatron would be my 4 just because of longevity, health. Had he went anywhere else other than Detroit, he might have been number 1. Because there's no receiver that ever had to deal with a double vice or a triple vice.
That
where
triple
guys are
coverage.
lining up side by side with each other. There ain't no other receiver had to deal with that. And a crazy nickname, by the way, Megatron, because he can beat you on the ground and in the air. Like that's whoever came up with that nickname. Salute. That's a elite nickname. Number 3 would be T.O.
Okay.
Yeah, T.O. So that's my first 4. 5. See, then that's when I have to think about it. Who's my 5th greatest wide receiver all time?
You said Jerry, Randy, Megatron, T.O.
Yeah.
And then you got to go like playmaker. Do you go Michael Irvin? Do you go closer to newer? Do you get into Larry Fitzgerald?
Yeah.
Who has more tackles than drop passes through his whole career?
I'm controversial. I definitely got Larry over the playmaker, but that's just me.
That's tough, man. Larry, playmaker got several titles, man.
See, he can have them titles, but put Larry in that same spot that Michael Irvin is with that team, and Larry's gonna do the same thing.
Maybe you do it.
Larry did it. Larry did it without that type. He didn't have a top tier running back.
He didn't have a Troy Aikman.
He had an old Kurt Warner. He had an old Kurt Warner.
Emmitt Smith is not a top tier running back, and I'll stand on that right now.
You said top 10?
He's not a top tier running back at all. He might not even be top 10 in my opinion. If he doesn't have the greatest offensive line in the history of football, does he really get all those yards?
That's a good question.
I mean, it's been some good running backs. Yeah, it's been some good ones out there.
But
Barry Sanders, my 1.
There's no questions.
Adrian Peterson, Derrick Henry,
Walter Payton.
Walter Payton, sweetness is up there. Yeah, Walter Payton.
Bo Jackson. I'm sorry, Bo Jackson.
Oh my God, Bo Jackson. Yeah. Earl Campbell. I mean, he's the season record holder. Chris Johnson.
Yeah, CJ2K.
I mean,
CJ.
we're already at 7 or 6 right now, right?
Yeah.
So then let's
talk about it.
LT. Thompson.
You got LT.
We're at 8.
LT.
Marshall.
You got Marshall.
Yes.
You got Marshall.
Yes. Because he can beat you on the ground in there. He's probably one of the best dual threat.
He may not be top 10.
Emmitt Smith is not top 10, even though he has an all-time record.
You got Marshall. You got damn. What is it? Damn, I think not. I'm not thinking Clint Porter. It's an older Washington. It's an older Washington. It's Eddie George. I think it's a Washington running back from early on.
That was Clinton Portis.
No, I'm not talking about Clint Portis. I'm telling you, it was before that. I think it's a Washington running back. I can't think of it. Oh.
You got Jim Brown on there too.
Jim Brown. Oh my God! We're already at 10. We're already past 10. Emmitt Smith might not even be top 15.
Yeah.
He can't be the guy. Don't put Emmitt Smith in a conversation with.
It's been some really good
Barry Sanders.
But
I mean, we haven't even got to Herschel Walker.
No, Hirsch. You definitely got Hirsch. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Todd Gurley up there too, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
Frank Gore,
compared
Frank, Marshawn Lynch,
the bus,
Fred Jackson,
and the bus.
is he top 20? Like we're good. This list is
Keep
going
going
crazy.
down.
The
It's
bus.
going down. It continues to move up.
Saquon's gonna be in that conversation when it's all said and done.
Saquon.
Yeah.
Actually, first off, Saquon probably needs to be jumped up some, and it's my
No, I'm
fault.
just saying in
I
general,
didn't
he's
say
gonna
his
be up
name
there. I'm just saying, all
early.
said and done, he's
I
gonna
should
be
have
up
said
there.
his name.
I just was
Yeah.
no. He's just still playing. That's why we didn't really. But just when it's all said and done, he's
Christian
gonna.
McCaffrey. CC
Nah,
like
nah.
Christian
Ain't
McCaffrey
nobody
He
should
stay
talking
probably
about
be
healthy.
in the
He
him.
conversation.
He got to stay healthy.
My boy,
What?
up to the point of
I think
him
he
not
could.
being
I think he
healthy,
could be up there.
yes. Projection that
Yeah.
if you take away these last couple of injury years, yes, C-Mac was there. Yes, he was there. He was him.
We didn't mention OJ Simpson, the killer himself.
OJ
Oh
the
yeah.
Juice,
Terrell
yeah.
Davis. Oh well, he's probably better than Terrell Davis. He's probably better than Terrell
He's
Davis.
better than Terrell Davis. I
But
would say that Terrell Davis.
Ricky
Damn, I'm trying.
Waters. Steve, we mentioned Steven Jackson, right?
No,
No,
we didn't
Steven
even
Jackson
see
get
him.
mentioned.
Yeah.
I
Warwick
think he might be.
Dunn. Like I'm
I
looking at
think
the list. Right?
nah.
Jamal Lewis.
I would.
Ricky
I think
Williams.
Ricky, yeah, no, he not better. I don't
Yeah.
think he better. But as in, like you saying, like Steven Jackson work done. Edmund better than him. I go on,
Yeah,
Edmund
Priest
better than
Holmes.
him.
I don't know if he's probably better
He
than
better
Priest
than
Holmes.
You talking about
Priest.
Larry
He's
Brown,
better than
bro?
Priest. There it goes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Larry Brown.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was talking about. He
I
would
mean,
definitely,
we
he
got
definitely up.
Edgerrin
He
James. Is he better than
Nah,
Edgerrin James?
I think he better than Edge. I think he better than Edge. I think he better than Edge.
So we
But
went.
to my point,
We didn't
but to
bring
my
up.
point
Did we
though,
bring up Eric
but
Dickerson?
no, we didn't bring up E. You didn't bring up Eric. And ED was going crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
I just went through.
you're not a point. You got a point, but I was going back to my point though when you was talking about is he better than playmaker?
Yeah, but go ahead.
He did it without less. Like you said, even if you said Emmitt Smith was a better running back than the majority of what Larry had out there. Even though he had
Yeah.
Edgerrin James, but that was an older Edgerrin James. That was older. You had an older Kurt Warner.
Mm-hmm.
You put him in there, that spot the playmaker was with that team, he's gonna do that plus more. And like we said, he don't drop the ball.
Nope. Larry Stickerfinger.
Probably
That's another great
probably
name,
the best hands, probably the best hands of all time. Yeah, probably
No,
the
no,
best
I
hands
don't
of all
think it's
time.
probably. I think it's there.
It's stamped certified,
There's
but
no
like
other.
best hands of all time.
There's no receipt. There's all the current. Jamal Chase has more drops already through his career. Jay Jetta's got more drops already through his career than Larry. He's got the best hands.
It's really crazy.
It's crazy.
All
And
time.
he did it
So
for
that's what I'm saying.
19
Like
years, 20 years.
I'm
Yeah.
like, even though you thinking play, I'm putting Larry at that spot because like he
I can
did
respect
it
that.
with
I can
like
respect that.
it's because I think vice versa. I think if you
And he
switch
did it
like
without
if we switch
cocaine.
the
He did it without cocaine.
So that we know.
But
Hey,
like,
there's no
because
one more
I
productive
don't
than
think.
crackheads.
I think
No.
facts. Them is definitely very productive. But like vice versa, I think
And
he
I'm
would
with
have
Boosie.
he
Let's
would
go
have did the
back.
same plus more. Yeah, I think he would have did
And I'm
the
with
same
Boosie.
plus
Let's go back to
more.
crackheads. Can we
Vice
go back to
versa.
crackheads, y'all? Jesus Christ, man.
Hey man, crackheads.
I'm tired of seeing people fin it out. You know, let's
But
go back
yeah,
to
but
crackheads.
not like
They
I
got
just
something. They
yeah.
wash your car, all that.
You gonna really say it? I'm taking Larry over that. Just you can take out them rings, put Larry in that same spot. Larry does the same thing probably and more. But does Michael have Larry's production in with Larry's team? He's gonna have numbers, but I like the production and what Larry was doing. Even though we can say, oh,
Yeah,
he
probably
didn't
not.
have that many yards that Larry was. Man, Larry, well, they were in a pass offense, but not so much a pass heavy offense.
Yeah.
Like Kurt Warner,
Right.
even at his older age, he was still a good, valuable quarterback and
They
can
had a
make all
chance
the
to go to back
throws.
to backs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
he
had a
can
chance
make
to go
all the
back to backs,
throws,
even
but
though they
he's
lost.
not the gunslinger that he was in maybe his earlier days with the Rams and stuff like that. And you was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
they come on, man.
I'm still sticking with and on another note, I'm still sticking with my prediction. I think week 4, Shador will be starting. I don't want to hear about this Dylan Gabriel kid.
I told you I
think
probably
week
wouldn't
4,
see it.
Brad.
Y'all
I
want
think I
to get to
called
the
you.
short
I think I called
conversation?
Stop! Hey, this I've been waiting. Look, go ahead. I don't see the conversations that we done had with in amongst us Negroes of the
I don't even
persuasion
know if he
in the
sees the
group
field
chat.
this year. I don't even know if he sees the field this year.
Okay,
See,
I think it will.
Because I mean, how
I said potentially.
realistically is potential, but I think it honestly will depend on
Deshaun.
how Flacco goes. And Deshaun is coming back, which is going to be
I
another
think it's
factor. Because are you
Deshaun.
really going to sit
Yeah,
a quarterback, a $250 million quarterback on the side and just not let him play at all?
stuff that we talked about,
Man,
Keith. That's what I said. Like
just
it's
let the
there.
man get massages. God damn it, just let him get massages.
Hey man, Freak Man
I'm crazy.
I
Watson was
think
a different. He was a different individual,
see,
boy. Freak Man Watson
Yeah,
and
was
he
just
only
let the
30.
man.
He's only 30, so I mean, it's not like he's old. Like
Man, just
he's
show him
yeah,
still.
true.
the little spot. You know, they got the little. You know what I'm saying? He got the little. Hey, you know, you pay a little extra. You
See,
know.
I think Shador played himself. I mean, I'm sure you saw the reports of him telling the Ravens he didn't want to go there, and then Cam Newton had a video out today that said he also didn't want to go to the Eagles either. But I think those would have been two perfect spots for him. I think Shador's in the spot where he's a fifth round pick, so he wasn't guaranteed a starting spot. And then you go to Cleveland, who had Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett. They drafted Dylan Gabriel ahead of Shador. So then you had three other
On top
quarterbacks
of
who were already
Deshaun
more than
waiting in the
likely going to play
works.
on top of Deshaun Wade to come back. So I think he would have been better going to the Ravens or the Eagles and sitting behind Lamar and Jalen for a year or two and then trying to get traded out of there or
Go
taking
somewhere
out
to
his
one of these
contract for
quarterback needy teams. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then fight for a spot after you've developed in the league. But now you're in Cleveland who has no history of developing quarterbacks. Like they
None.
suck at bringing up quarterbacks. So
Shitty
I mean,
organization.
The
exactly.
track
So
history
and let's
shows
say he
itself. They had
does.
what was it like a streak of like what 17 years of a new
Oh yeah,
quarterback or
just
something like a starting
yeah,
quarterback.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's say he does see the field this year. What happens if he plays like trash? Now you potentially shorten your NFL career because
I don't think he'll play like trash. I think Shador is a lot better. I mean, let's be honest. He was better than a fifth round pick.
oh for sure.
He's
I
100%
100%
better.
agree with that. Yeah, I
I've
agree
never
with that.
seen anyone that was projected as a first round pick
Drop
to the fifth
that
round,
far.
drop to the
Yeah,
fifth round. No, second round, third round, sure. And no slack there. We've seen that before.
yeah.
I mean, Aaron
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers fell for crying out loud, and he's probably the most talented quarterback generationally we've ever seen.
Yeah.
As much as I hate Aaron Rodgers, and that is my good positive vibe of Aaron Rodgers that you'll have for the day.
That's your good deed for the month. That's your good deed
That's
for the
like
month.
shit. That's like for the fucking year. Talking about that man. Fuck him.
See.
Cause why? Fuck
Hey
him.
shit, let me go
Shout out to
play the
y'all.
lot. Hey, let me go play the lottery tomorrow. This man
Play
complimented Aaron
lottery.
Rodgers.
It's a good
Let
night.
me go play
Yeah,
the lottery.
sure. But I think week 4 he should, because I mean, I've also heard reports they haven't been giving him even second team reps.
I'll say, you think he'll jump Dylan that quick? I don't think he'll jump Dylan.
I don't think Dylan's that good.
I mean, based on preseason play, Dylan looked in command of the offense compared, and I guess it depends on the games. Because the first game should have looked really good, and then his last game he didn't look good. But Dylan looked.
But he was also playing with guys who wound up getting cut the next day.
This is true. But I mean, this is the life of a QB4. I mean, this is not. Sure. Yeah, this is not.
No disagreement there.
Yeah,
no
this situation is not different than what anybody else has gone through in the league. Like it's the NFL. This guy's gonna make a roster
for sure. Which is
like,
one
he's
of the hardest.
He even made the roster. To be honest with you, with what they had,
especially when they have 4 quarterbacks. I mean, how often does teams in the NFL history had 4 quarterbacks on the roster?
And
they barely even have 3.
They have 5. They have Deshaun.
Yeah. So, that doesn't happen. But
I don't know why. I don't know
for
why
them to keep him, it shows that they know he's really like he's actually better than
let's keep it. Let's call a spade a spade. The only reason he getting kept is because the owner wants to blame it on the black brother that chose and selected him. That's it. If he wanted to, Shador wouldn't be there. He's literally done because we didn't see him come out and. But no, it is. But we seen him come out and state it. He said, "This wasn't my decision. This is all falls on him." So if he does, Shador does good, it makes that man look good, and the owner looks stupid. If he looks bad, it makes the owner look right, and he looks stupid, and it's easier to say, "Look, now I can get rid of both of y'all because you didn't listen to me."
Yeah,
that's called a spade a spade.
That organization just. Cleveland is just a whole world of its own. I don't know what they're doing.
Cursed. We know
I don't know why they took 2 quarterbacks.
Man, bump that. Myles Garrett.
They haven't looked the same since Jim Brown retired early.
Exactly.
They haven't looked the same either. So we're going pretty long. So let's go ahead and get into Colts, Titans, Brown. I think you said
I got
before
Cam
in our
Ward.
rundown. You
I think that's a good game.
got in
It's
his
gonna be
first
a
up.
good game just because of it. Yeah, I think it's a good game. I think Cam Ward and them can sneak that though. Cam Ward's been pretty good with
True
these first two
opinion.
games. Yeah, I think his first win, he could get this. Like Daniel Jones is playing good. He's playing really out of body right now, like making that team go.
Yeah,
And like I said, he has weapons. They do have weapons. It's not like that. You got a good running back. You have some solid young receivers. You have a good young tight end. The defense isn't bad. Like they got some solid pieces, but I do
Yeah,
think the way Cam's been playing these first two games, like with that team, and they've been in close battles
yeah,
and stuff with some good defenses, I think he can win this. Because, like I said, Indianapolis, you don't have really a top tier defense. So, like, if it's a shootout, I
yeah.
think that's what Cam's used to, anyways. I think they can win this. I wouldn't mind taking Cam and Cam Ward and the Titans in the points in that game. I wouldn't mind it.
yeah. I
Look,
mean,
can I
what?
give you this?
Mm-hmm.
Are Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor like a great value version of Hurts and Saquon? Because you got the same OC.
Shit.
Or well, now he's head coach of the Colts, but I
You
mean,
might be
Danny can
on to
move.
something.
You might
You
want to.
might be on
Yeah,
to something.
Danny Dimes can move around.
But I
Yeah,
think
he's
the
definitely
difference
mobile.
is Jalen can win games. Like
this is 100%.
if
That's
he
why I say
had
that value
to,
version.
he could win game, and that's a fair take.
I don't
I
disagree
think
to that.
Jonathan Taylor's finally recovered, like because Jonathan Taylor's one of those guys. Like he's one of them ones. Let's
He's
Yeah,
be real.
exactly.
he's been
There was a
considered
time where Jonathan
a
Taylor
top back where you're like that's
top
a top back
three,
in the
top
Yeah, in the
league.
four
league. Yeah,
back.
yep.
Then he got hurt,
Even on a trash team.
lost,
Yeah.
lost a step here, and then now he's
Mhm.
finally. It takes anything with your legs and you're a running back. It takes a full year for you to completely
To get
recover.
back on. Yep.
And then you're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with the mental stuff of like, did they really want me? They didn't want to give me my money, and
Yep.
all of that is playing in your head. Now, owners, I know it's the daughter that's involved, and I
Yeah.
think she's gonna be a great owner. I
She
like her
seems really
approach.
involved, which is good.
She
Yeah.
seems super, and not involved in a sense like a Jerry Jones where he's too
No,
involved,
no.
but she wants to make sure that the people
She
she
wants to
has
understand
hired
what's
is
going
really
on. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And there's no company, no Fortune 500 company, are you gonna have a CEO that's gonna be hands off?
Yeah.
They're gonna know.
Yeah,
They're gonna want to
facts.
know the ins and outs and learn their people, especially when they're coming into a different company. We
Yep.
see all the
Mhm.
time changes happen, wide sweeping, executive leaves, etc. For those of you that work in corporate America, so I think they got great ownership potentially. I'm cheering for her. I can't remember her name, but I know it's Ursay's daughter. I'm bad with names anyway. They have a good head coach. I think they found a good solid head coach. And Jonathan Taylor, like I said, I think he's finally healthy, mentally back into it, and he's going to be back on top as far as in that conversation with the best running backs in the league. Because let's be real, it's for healthy Saquon, healthy Derrick Henry. Those are the guys that are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you have people that kind of jumped in, like a Nick Chubb, Jonathan
Mhm.
Taylor, CMC.
Yeah.
Like
I ain't gonna lie.
those guys kind of.
Healthy CMC. He's battling for that top three.
Oh yeah, for
For
sure,
sure.
for
100%,
sure.
yeah.
So I can respect the take on Cam Ward getting his first win because they played the Broncos first, and
Tough
they
defense.
played the Rams,
Yeah.
who I think is one of those teams that are potentially in contention
Yeah.
for
Oh,
a title,
yeah.
especially out of the NFC.
With a healthy Stafford, yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna see
Yep.
what they look like this week as well. That's gonna
Against the
That's gonna
Eagles.
segue into my
Yep.
next game. Rams
Yeah.
Eagles. They're playing in
In
Philadelphia.
Philly.
Philadelphia hasn't looked great defensively.
No.
They haven't looked great defensively, and I don't think AJ Brown has any targets.
I don't know
Does he
what.
have-
Yeah, no, it's really low. I think he's got 10, if that. I
So
don't
you
know
have
what.
two things to look at: one, AJ Brown's targets, and two, because the national media, they've been talking a lot about on the tush push. They're offside. They're not offsides. They're false starting.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them is
Yeah.
marginal. I'm again, when you're slowing stuff down to a hundredth of a second, a thousandth of a second, everyone is gonna look like they're way too soon early. Yes, there have been some that were very blatant, and I agree with that. I want the rules called as they should be,
Agreed.
but it
Agreed.
is tough. It's
Yeah.
tough. So you got to look at how that's gonna go when it comes to the tush push. If that, it's because it's gonna happen.
It's gonna get used.
It's
gonna
gonna
get
be an
used. It's their
opportunity
go-to.
Yeah.
where it's gonna
Every
happen.
time. Every time.
So you're
Fourth
gonna
and
see it
short,
3 or
they're
4
going
times.
to it. You know that. For the shirt, you
how
know they're
is it
going
going to
to
be
it.
officiated?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
the things that I would be looking at in that game. But you have two great defenses, even though the Eagles have been
If they
playing
don't,
lackluster
if
this year.
does he diva
Yeah,
his way out again if he doesn't get his targets? AJ Brown. If we get to where
you
he's getting
should.
these low targets,
Every
and then
every other
he's done
elite,
it. He's
every
done it
other
before.
elite,
He did it
every
before.
elite
That's how he
wide
got to
receiver has
Philly.
done it before.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
He
So
did it to
he's
get
not
it to
gonna
Philly this
he's
time.
not gonna diva his way out of Philadelphia. You're not gonna leave Philadelphia. That's the most winning organization since 2000
You'd be
He's
surprised.
just
He
not.
did
He's
it
not
to
gonna
get
get the
to
ball
Philly.
like that.
you know,
Out of
Yeah.
Philly.
from Tennessee though. You don't leave a Super Bowl champion. You don't
Depending on
leave.
if you want the
You
ball
be,
or not. I guess.
depending on if you
Well,
want the ball or not, he might tell, hey, I need to go.
and then what organization is going to want to pay you because they're going to be like, well, he doesn't want to be a winner. Why do you want
That's
to leave
true.
that? Do you have the best GM in the league? You might have the best GM in all the sports.
I mean, you could look at Tyreek Hill.
I ain't gonna
He left Kansas City.
yeah, he
Tyreek
his was an ego thing though. He admitted that he left
is
as an ego
100%.
thing.
And
That
now he want
man
to
would
go
have
back.
he would have had these recent rings after he left. He would have had them too. So
I knew it was
yeah,
an ego thing when he said that Tua is the best quarterback he's been around.
Oh,
Are you crazy?
yeah.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Cocaine a hell of a drug.
I have to, man. That should be a good.
Put that on a t-shirt if you can.
That should be a good game. Baker Mayfield's
Yeah.
balling out. He might
Yeah.
be a dark horse for MVP, man.
He can stay consistent. He led the league in touchdowns last year, so
Baker.
He was up there.
I mean, I think I don't want to speak for Ron entirely, but I have been a guy like standing for Baker Mayfield because I just wanted him to get a fair shake. Because I like Baker. A competitor, man. Oh my God,
we had Baker before he went to Tampa. He was there. We had Baker, and he was playing good, and they just decided not to keep him. I was actually happy to have Baker. He was there. And came in and won a couple games, and we let him go.
Hurt? Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Oh, Jaden Daniels is hurt.
Jaden Daniels was hurt. I literally was scrolling down. It was like
type shit.
Jaden Daniels hurt. But we got Texans, Falcons, or Texans, Jaguars. I looked at the Falcons. Texans, Jaguars. Texans fan here.
Interesting.
Can we say that sophomore slump is hitting Jaden Daniels right now?
Oh man.
He ain't been looking pretty.
I don't know what the offense is. Yeah.
That offense has been looking real shaky. The only person that's actually looking decent is Debo. I ain't gonna lie to you. Debo looking like the healthy San Francisco Debo in these first couple games. He looking, and
did
that was my
suit on. I think he put a fat suit on.
I'm telling you, he hit that James Harden. He hit that James Harden, but I told you if Debo is healthy, yeah, I told you. But
so
not yet.
We'll see. What you got to take, Evan, for your Texans? I mean, they're 0-2.
It's been rough. Both games have really come down to the last drive of the game. We saw on Monday Night Football against the Bucks. They had the sack to end the game and linebacker missed the sack. And then against the Rams, same thing. They had the ball driving the win and fumbled the ball. So I know a lot of Houston fans just in general have just been like fired D'Amico, fired OC, just CJ sucks. It's been very hectic right now. So it'll be interesting. Divisional game this week, so it's one that they have to win because I don't think you can really go down 0-3 and hope to make the playoffs, especially with how the Colts are playing right now. It's hit or miss.
Right.
So
yeah, it's gonna be tough. And on the first off, I think D'Amico's a great coach.
I think he's a really good coach.
I know it's in his third year as a head coach, and defensively, the OC.
That's the issue.
The OC is a Nick Cassero hire.
Yeah, he's a rookie OC, so he's never called plays before. I really thought when they fired the last guy. Yeah, that's who. I think they should have gone and got a vet OC, like a former head coach. I really wanted the Giants to fire Brian Daboll, and then the Texans would hire him as OC. Because I think
that would have been a good move.
Experience. Yeah, they need some experience at OC just to be able to kind of coach CJ and then get that offense going. Because we have talent, but it's just
they also can't protect CJ. They're having issues.
Yeah, exactly. The O line is terrible, which was the same as last year too. So everything just doesn't look good in general. So
yeah, it's tough. I don't think they're gonna go. It's the
It's
Jags.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
say
They're
in,
this.
and
playing
it's
in
in
This
Jacksonville.
is the Jags and the Giants. Trevor Lawrence could look good for one drive, and as you seen against that Bengals, he
And
looked
look
good that
terrible.
first drive, and then went to go
Is
throw
he the
three picks
Westbrook?
right after.
Is he the
The-
Westbrook of the NFL? Because Westbrook,
Nah,
within
maybe.
5 seconds, you within 5 seconds you get good plays and bad plays. Westbrook, but
nah.
is he the
Trevor Lawrence
Westbrook of
would
the
give you
NFL?
Trevor Lawrence would give you bad play after bad play and bad play, and then you just like, what are we? This is what I'm
Fair,
talking about.
fair,
This is
fair.
coming from experience of watching him in person, and then also with my partner that's a diehard Jags fan, and just said it like, no, Trevor Lawrence knows how to blow games consistently, but he is not that good. He is an average quarterback.
Yep,
Tired. He like as much as we hyped him up coming out of college and all that stuff. Trevor Lawrence is really an average quarterback,
Yeah.
bro. He is really average. He's
yeah,
not that
yeah.
pure talent that we was hyping up and all that stuff. He is really average,
No,
bro.
yeah, no.
He is not
I
really
mean,
better
we
than
saw it when he couldn't win the big games. We saw it already. I mean, we
we've
saw he
seen
couldn't
it.
win the big games.
Yeah, you
He's
saw the Charger
overthrowing.
game when they came. Yeah.
He's had he's done it in these games. He's had the time to throw it in a pocket, and he overthrows you by a mile. He has weapons
Yeah.
galore and is overthrowing, and he's not being pressured. When he's not pressured, he overthrows people. It's evident. I've been seeing it. And this is coming from somebody that knows Jags fans that was like, yeah, he's not it. But yeah, y'all got a chance.
Chiefs Giants, not an important game, but the Chiefs are 0-2 offensively. They've looked stark.
Yeah.
Bounce
They,
back game.
Yeah.
Jackson
I mean,
Dart will be
the
starting in
Jets are
about
no
two more
pushover
games.
defensively. Really? After Wilson
Jackson
had
Dart.
the game of his life?
Oh,
Jackson and
Russell,
then
real
throw
up and down. He'll have one
threw it
great
away
game.
and then throw it away in overtime. Yeah, he threw that
Yeah.
game away in overtime.
And with that Chiefs defense, that's still a good
that
Chiefs
was a
defense.
yeah. The Chiefs defense still good too, but Russell threw away that Cowboys game. That pick was
Is Malik
Yeah.
Neighbors? Go ahead. That pick.
No, I was gonna say that
I
pick
was
was
gonna say
unnecessary. He threw that dumb. That was a dumb throw. That was a dumb throw.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
Mhm.
unnecessary.
It was.
Like
It
you
was
just
bad.
had some
It was bad.
good plays. It was
It
very
was
bad.
bad.
You just had some good plays to start that drive off, and then you go and do that. What are you like? No,
Yeah.
Jackson Dart is gonna be starting in about like two more games, bro. Jackson Dart starting in like two more games.
Is Malik okay? All right. You got your heart out for Dart? Open your heart to Dart.
Hey, Dart really.
Is that the
Hey,
saying in
Dart
New York
really.
or
Hey,
something?
Dart's not really. Dart really is actually solid. I think he's better than what a lot of
No,
people
yeah, he
think
can throw
he
the
is.
ball.
He
And
really.
he got the most motivational quarterback of all time, and James
Yeah,
Winston
James
right
Winston.
there.
That's what I said.
That's my dog, man.
He got the
That's my
best person to
dog.
motivate him. He got the best person to
He's a
motivate him
national
too.
treasure. Man.
Yeah, facts
Is
on bro.
Malik
He is
Neighbors the third best receiver in the league right now?
third
got
best in the
Jamar.
league right
You got
now.
Or
Jettas.
Jettas. Because when they're tied for first, the next person is number 3.
Hey, I ain't gonna
I
lie
mean,
to you.
you got some options.
He's making his case for that. I'm not saying he ain't making his case for that, though.
That boy,
He,
I
I
mean,
don't know
yeah.
what's in the water in Louisiana, but they
but
They
produce
be
receivers.
green.
God damn.
he's making his case.
Is
He's
Malik
making his
Neighbors the
case.
third best
I don't-
receiver
I
in the
don't-
league?
Because you got Puka, you got St. Brown.
You got Puka, you got St. Brown. You got to
I
remember
think
his
Malik is
counterpart.
better than both of them.
Hey, you got to remember his counterpart. If Trevor Lawrence could really throw the ball, Brian Thomas Jr., BTJ is one of them. And he showed it last year too as a rookie because it was literally him and Neighbors
Yeah.
leading. And that's what Trevor Lawrence throwing dumb shit.
I think Nico Collins could sneak in there if they get going. Nico Collins for sure.
Even if
If he
Nico
stays
get
healthy.
going, I still got
Malik. I like
Malik.
Malik
But Nico's one of him, and I hate to say it because he's a Michigan guy. I hate to say it, but I give him his credit. He is.
Nico went to Michigan.
He's one of them. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but he's one of the. He is one of them. I hate to say it, but he is one of them.
Nico is definitely one of them guys, especially in the red zone. I don't think there's any receiver that's better in the red zone than Nico.
Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Malik's making his case. He's making his case. I'm not gonna. You can definitely talk about the other one. Malik's making one, and he's making one of his cases. He's him.
And then,
but as I was telling you
about
the
week,
Yeah,
Go ahead.
the Jackson. No, I was saying
No,
the
no,
Jackson Dart shit. Look
no.
at the. I was just saying because of their schedule.
Mhm,
These next two games is the Chiefs and your
mhm.
Chargers. After that, it's the Saints. I literally could see him
Oh yeah.
Oh, that
playing
So
be a
he'll
good one. Yeah.
that New
can't.
Orleans game. If they're 0-4,
They're not
I
gonna
can
throw him
see
out
him
there against
playing.
the Chargers.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I can
they're
see
not
him
throwing him out
playing
against the
in two
Chargers.
in
That'd be
2 weeks. That's why I said in 2 weeks he's probably starting. If they're 0-4 going into playing in New Orleans, I could see Jackson Dart playing. Because then after that, it's Philly, Denver,
okay.
Philly, San Francisco, Chicago. So like regardless of it, Jackson Dart's probably going to be starting within
Good.
this next 4 weeks. I just said two because it's that New Orleans game. If they go 0-4 and Russ had one good game and the other one like one good game and then you sold it in overtime, if they go 0-4 and Russ is average. Jackson Dart's playing in New Orleans, bro. I'm telling you, they'll be playing in New
All
Orleans.
right. Yeah, I can respect that. I can respect that. Open your heart to dart, y'all. Open your heart to dart. As Chris Canty says on shout out to
Yeah,
Unsportsmanlike.
I'm telling you, that's what's
And
happening.
then the last game we'll quickly talk about. It's probably the game of the week. Lions Ravens. Lions had a big. I mean, they played against Chicago, but
It's the
Former
Bears.
OC.
they did put 52 points up on us, the Bears. And the Ravens, they had a disappointing. It was a great
Oh,
game.
oh, oh,
Disappointing week
goodness.
one,
So,
Okay.
so bad.
and I don't know what happened. What happened with Chris Derrick Henry, man? I had
I
like
ain't gonna
9 points
lie,
from him on my fantasy team.
Talking trash,
they,
and the Cleveland backed it up.
yeah,
Yeah, I
that's what it
mean
is.
Cleveland
Cleveland, that
defensively is really
Cleveland,
good though.
you
Yeah.
gotta remember that front four of Cleveland still solid. And then you have a
Still
Yeah.
so.
top five corner out there in Denzel Ward. Like I ain't gonna lie,
And
you got a top five.
Yeah.
Hopkins showing his ass, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
Hopkins
he
crazy.
said
I
pay me
also
my
think
Oh
money.
he's I think he's also more healthy than he was in the last like 2 years too
yeah,
though.
than it was last year with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm So yeah,
So
Hopkins. Yeah, so
mm,
I got the Ravens winning that. I got
I
the
got
Ravens winning
Ravens
that.
too. I
I
got the
did. So
Ravens
it
too
depends.
by
I think it'll depend on. Good.
no, you good. I just got the same. I got the Ravens.
I was gonna say I think it really comes down if they can slow down Derrick Henry or not. Because the Lions offense gonna
Mm-hmm.
put up points regardless. Like we know that's gonna happen. So how's the defense gonna
Facts.
show up?
But I'll say
And I
this:
think
if for those of you guys who tuned in last week, I'll say this: if the Ravens are up and have a 90% chance to win the game, and before the second half, I'm putting all my money in on the Lions to come back and win that game because they're 0-15 all time with Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh as the coach. When they have a 98% chance to win the game.
yep.
It's crazy.
Throwing it
Facts.
out there for those degenerates in the world. So, as always, we thank you guys for joining us. Ev, thank you for being a part of it. We hope to see you more often in the
Of
future.
course.
We're happy to
Of
have.
course.
We love a third, fourth, fifth voice. As you guys know, you got anything, any Instagram, social medias you want to call out while we're here before we get off this thing?
You can actually find me on YouTube, Casper's Kicks. I do shoe content. So if you're interested in sneakers, follow me over there.
For sure. We're going to put that in the description. And so, again, we appreciate your time. Everybody for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe on all of our social medias. We finally got the Instagram figured out, I think. Our tech guy, a.k.a. Brian, even though I work in the tech field. So,
Sometimes shit get broken. You gotta go unscrew.
sometimes it do be like that.
You gotta go take 10 people to fix a light bulb sometimes, you feel me? Shit.
Hey, you know how it goes. So, we appreciate you guys. We hope to see you guys in the comments as always. But you know what you can do. Cause what did we tell them what they can do? Cause you can argue with your mama. We'll holla at y'all.
Man, debate your credit score, not me.